Hello and welcome to Bible Study with Alice, and today we're on day 100, Psalm 100 of our daily Psalm reading. We're reading from the ESV translation, but you're more than welcome to join us from a different translation. As you can see, we are on Psalm 100. I am a bit taken aback that we're on Psalm 100, because that means we have been doing this for 100 days, pretty much. And yeah, we are definitely getting towards the end. So, yeah, thank you for being here, I guess. So these videos are filmed in real time. Today's date's the 11th of February 25. It's a Tuesday. You can find the previous 99 Psalms in the playlist below. There is a disclaimer as usual, and that is one of these videos are unedited and also probably stumbled my wording. Let's get started. His steadfast love endures forever. A psalm for giving thanks. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. Know that the Lord, he is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gate with thanksgiving, and his court with praise. Give thanks to him, bless his name, for the Lord is good. His steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations. So that is Psalm 100 complete, and tomorrow we'll be doing Psalm 101. So that's the first half of the video complete. So for new viewers, the video is split into 3 sections. So you have the first section where we read the psalm, the second section where we talk about the psalm dates and that in general, and then the last part is where we talk about the psalm itself that we just covered, which would be 100. So with the psalms in general, they're written over 1,000 plus years. There's a vast time period of when they were written, and historians and scholars don't always know when the psalms were written, and that is down to the fact of the way it was written in a poetic style. And also we have to bear this in mind, that the psalms weren't written in English, it was written in Hebrew, and then it gets translated into English, which then means that some of the words that were used in Hebrew aren't words that we use in English, so it would mean a completely different translation altogether. So with that in mind, it's not always going to get an accurate translation of a word due to that fact. With the Psalms, they are then split into 3 sections, and what I mean by that is the first section you have the Psalms where the historians and scholars know the time period, or they've figured it out when that psalm would have been written, and then you've got the second and the third, which are linked. The reason why they're linked is because they have their time period as unknown, and that is generally down to the fact that historians and scholars don't fully know when those psalms were written. So with the second one, they have an event linked to that psalm, so it could be something like a war going on, pre-exilic, post-exilic period. It could be during a king's reign, King David, King Solomon, doesn't matter which king, but a king's reign. It could be during just a lot of anguish going on in the world, people just being very bitter for whatever reason. Various different reasons, in all fairness. And that event will be that link to that period of or section of Psalms. So there might have been issues going on with Israel, for example, but they might not know exactly when, but they know they were. Or during King David's reign, for example, they'll know that he had a reign, and they know when his reign was, but it's trying to know when in his reign it would have happened. That's kind of where that bit would come into. And then you've got the third section where there's just nothing to it. There's no event, there's no reason or purpose for that psalm to have been written, but it was just been written. So that is the Psalms overall. So now we're going to go into Psalm 100 and all about that. So it was written between 1400 BC and 538 BC. A psalm of praise that encourages people to worship God with joy and thanksgiving. So basically that's trying to imply that we need to praise and encourage people to worship God and have joy with it and be thankful for it, because it's important that we do that. I mean, we need to think the good in praying for God, in the praising for him and showing other people the light. Light is better than darkness, in all fairness. I know people say you can find light in darkness, but the light is what we really need to be showing here. It's what's going to bring happiness and joy into our life, and life. And the key themes are praise God, enter God's gate. But when it says enters God's gate, that's basically entering God's temple. There are temples around the world for various different religions. You can go to a church. A temple doesn't have to be an actual physical temple, because, as I said, there's various different religions that has a temple, and there are some religions that don't allow non-members or non-people of that religion to enter their temple. They're very protective of their temple. And also, God's temple could also imply our body. Our body houses our spirit, and our spirit is obviously where the whole terminology of God's children come from. Our temple is important. Our body needs nourishment, needs food, needs water, needs all the goodness in to be able to house our spirit correctly, and to be able to feel joy in our lives and feel thankful for all the good things that's going on in our life. I mean, we also have to start looking after ourselves. Now, I know some people could say, but Alice, there's no need to be arrogant. No, I completely agree. There's no need to be arrogant about things, but what does the term self-love come from? Self-love means that we have to, for one, love ourselves. And once we love ourselves, we can then love other people, which then means we can then become like God and become Christ-like, have that Christ-like attributes. That's what's important at the end of the day. And that's what this psalm is talking about, is that we need to find God's love. We need to feel his love. But by doing that, we also need to take care of ourselves, nourish our bodies, give our bodies the nourishment it needs, even if it means that one day you decide, I don't know, on a Saturday, for example, you're not going to get out of bed because you're going to spend it all day in bed asleep. And that's because your body needs sleep. That's self-love. You might want to watch a movie, binge on Friends, for example. I don't know if people watch Friends, that I do. Or if you're in the United Kingdom, you might want to binge on Gavin and Stacey or Only Fools and Horses. I'm not too familiar on American binge watching programs, but obviously as I'm in the UK, I will give off UK programs. But you can binge on all that. You can have some snacks, crisps, biscuits, chocolate, sweets, whatever you feel good. I know I just said about God's temple is that we gotta nourish ourselves and give ourselves the fluids and so we can be hydrated and have the nourishment of all the healthy food. But there's no saying that you can't have a treat. Have that treat once in a while. At the end of the day, if our body feels that that's what it needs, and that's our way of self-loving ourselves, then get on with it. Does it really matter? No, it doesn't. We just need to be able to, do that self-care. I mean, a lot of women, for example, men, whichever, I don't really mind. They might want to do a face mask or have a pedicure, manicure, might want to go for a sunbathe, meditate even, go to the cinema, go out for a meal with friends. That's still self-love because you're thinking about yourself, thinking what's good for you, because some people find self-love to be beneficial being around their friends and family. So some people like self-love as in want to do it on their own in the silence, so to say, in the quietness of our lives. Self-love is going to be various for different people, and it's very much a variable thing there. So it is take what you want on self-love, but that's basically what you need to do to be able to find peace and that praise and the joy and the thanksgiving of God. So that is Psalm 100 complete. I will now write in the day and the date. So it's day 100. Trying to think where we can write. It's the 11th of the 2nd to 5. So that is Psalm 100 complete. Tomorrow we'll do Psalm 101. Please like my content, please subscribe to my channel, and please turn on the notification bell so you then get notified of content like this that gets uploaded to the channel. Thank you and goodbye.